the war continues. It's May the 10th, 2022. It's about 1:15 in the afternoon. Now, the last time I called, this male monster, HARMAN MANGAT, an agent for CIBC, was April the 19th. Now, I gave this male monster very detailed, concise instructions to pay out a fraudulent mortgage held by two criminals in Victoria, Benjamin Howe and Sandra Dennis. Now, let's see if this male monster has done its job, because I'm counsel for this matter. I own the house that's been stolen, and I am the woman and the victim that's been left homeless and destitute, because every dollar from the fraudulent foreclosure was on purpose embezzled by a handful of male and female humans illegally defined as monsters, posing as something they could never be. And that's honorable justices. Canada does not have any honorable justices sitting in their private for-profit Ponzi scheme. Wholly, completely corrupt. Not public servants. Law courts. Those law courts do not serve the public. They serve the criminals with bar cards. So let's call HARMAN MANGAT and see where it's gotten here. I mean, if this male monkey, if this circus monkey can't even follow basic, simple instructions, the circus monkey can't be a bank agent. Because it's had weeks now to do its job. And why is this male monkey, HARMAN MANGAT, not called me up and told me that the reimbursement is ready? There's a $200,000 reimbursement that is to be issued to me immediately. They have a fiduciary duty to me to pay the invoices that I submit to them, right? Because you have to understand that these fucking pukes came and fucking stole $40,000. They weren't even fucking owed. Yeah, that's how banks make fucking billions of dollars in profits every year. It's all fraud. It's all fucking fraud. They're all frauds. Right, well, the rich get richer and the poor get poorer, because that's the fucking name of the game in the sick satanic society that is Canada. So let's call the fucking male monkey here and see if it has anything intelligent to say, because we know it's not going to pick up the phone. No, it's a cockroach, so it runs scared when it's confronted with its crimes of genocide and hatred against women.
Thank you for calling CIBC. We're here to help. Pour continuer en français, appuyez sur le 9. If you know the extension of the person you are calling, please enter it now. To dial by...
CIBC, I've reached confidential voicemail from MANGAT. I'm in the office today, but currently unavailable to take a call. Please leave a detailed message, and I will get back to you as soon as possible and no later than the end of the business day. Please do not leave any trade instructions on this line, as they cannot be acted upon. If you'd like to speak to someone right away, please press 0 for the branch general line. Alternatively, you can call our financial consultant group at 1-800-465-2422. Thank you again for calling CIBC. Have a wonderful day.
Record your message at the tone. When you are finished, hang up or press pound for more options.
This is Victoria Mevans. My callback number is 250-661-0610. HARMAN MANGAT. I'm calling you today to discuss the call I made to you on April the 19th, 2022. I provided you with clear, concise instructions that you must follow. Now, you and your pals, all of you indictable crime-committing criminals, you've stolen $40,000, which I do not owe you, and then you stole closing costs, another close to $40,000. Now, you are required to make sure there is $680,000 in the possession of the BC Finance Minister. because Scotiabank agents are going to be accessing those resources to pay out the fraudulent mortgage of Sandra Dennis and Benjamin Howe of Victoria, British Columbia, who do not have a valid interest in my stolen property. This is also a matter of money laundering, and this entire matter has to be forensically audited by the Cullen Inquiry. You've stolen my home, so a certain group in British Columbia can launder money through the BC wholly and completely corrupt real estate industry. Thank you very much for the education. Now I know not only how corrupt you are, but I now know how corrupt the BC real estate industry is. You have to follow these instructions. I am counsel. I'm the owner of that house that you have stolen from me. You also have to reimburse me, as I've issued you an invoice multiple times. So what I'm going to do now is, because you refuse to act in honor, because you are a violent monster, and you've proven you're a violent monster by calling the police and filing a fraudulent report, I'm going to get a bullhorn and I'm going to stand outside. And I'm going to walk up and down the public sidewalk all around where you work, and I'm going to scream out and through the bullhorn what you've done to me and what you've done to my family. All clients of CIBC must know what you really are and what you really do to innocent women. And the public has a right to know what you're doing. You have to be publicly embarrassed. You are an embarrassment. What you have done to me is unforgivable. You are a liar. You have public first-hand knowledge, or you have personal first-hand knowledge of what was happening to me. That's why I got your card, because I told you this is private interest property. You cannot come steal my property. But you did it anyway, and then you fucking embezzled all the money. You and your partners in crime. And you're very much involved in this. I need the reimbursement issued, and I need you to do what I've asked you to do. It's simple, concise instructions. I've even written them down for you, and I've emailed them to you. You need to do your job. No one but me has a valid mortgage on that house. Do you understand? Good. I'm so glad you do understand. You can call me back at 250-661-0610. You can email me back, and you know my email address because I email you all the time giving you instructions. Do you understand? Do you understand? It's going to have to come to this, you know that, right? That I'm going to have to get a bullhorn, and I'm going to have to start publicly embarrassing this criminal organization, CIBC. How is it that application and title fraud is a crime happening across Canada twice a week? And yet when it happens to me, and none of the public servant savages act accordingly, act according to their obligations, duties, and responsibilities. So now we've got rent due again tomorrow, and is anybody asking me if I'm okay? Is anybody asking me if I have enough money to live? Is anybody asking me if my basic needs are being met? No, of course not, because that would be the right thing to do. But you see, society's become so sick and so vile and so putrid, right? Because it's filled with male and female humans legally defined as monsters, narcissistic sociopaths. A real woman who speaks the truth is hated here and will continue to be violently assaulted by these satanic savages who are in it for the money and the money only, because it's all about the money. Isn't that right?
Well, I've made a slight error in speaking to Mr. fucking MANGAT. I said that I'm the only one with a valid mortgage on that house. No, there is no mortgage on that house. My spouse had life insurance on our mortgage. I own that house outright. No debt is owed on that property. It's my property. I own it. I still own it. You can't come and steal my property without right. Not going to happen. You can't legally do it. You can't lawfully do it either. But we've come to the point now where all these fucking male and female humans are lawless. They're completely and entirely lawless because they falsely believe that they're never going to be held accountable. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done. Well, the will of the Father is written down in the first 5 books of the DSM that sits on the witness box of every single courtroom. You can't call it a courtroom. It's not a courtroom. But anyway, you know where I'm coming from, right? It's just fucking beyond sick and disgusting. And this shit's now right out of control. Right out of control. Twice a week in Canada, mortgage-free houses are being stolen from vulnerable men and women. So these satanic fucking savages, pretending to be bankers, pretending to be lawyers, pretending to be courts, pretending to be accountants, can fucking steal money that they're not owed. So everything that they own by criminal activity. Right. So they can't have what they own because they have what they own because they committed crimes. Everybody understand that? No, because only the righteous understand. Only the righteous understand what justice is. Only the righteous understand how to undo all the ugly that's been done. Because the only thing that these male and female fucking humans, legally defined as monsters, know how to do is compulsively lie, murder, steal, and destroy. You got a handful of functions of a male and female human legally defined as a monster. Those are their functions. They don't have any other function other than compulsive lying, murdering, stealing, and destroying. Right. So lawfully they're defined as children of the devil. And lawfully they're to be purged, publicly purged, because if you don't weed your garden, the toxic fucking weeds take over and fucking literally destroy and choke the life out of absolutely everything. That's why I'm counsel. I'm expert counsel. I'm an expert in law and justice, and that's why these fucking pukes better run and hide. Because the King of Kings has granted me obligation, duty, and responsibility to follow the law. What you did